To pump or not to pump breast milk. There are several reasons as to why one needs to pump exactly after delivery. And there are some reasons as to why you need to wait. So whether it is the other way or the other way around, there are different scenarios. Every woman is different. Every child at birth is different. So in this instance, I'm going to show you different levels or different reasons as to why you need to pump right away after birth and why you need to pump maybe after several days or weeks after delivery. My name is Bridget and welcome to my spot where we talk everything motherhood, ministry, marriage and all around lifestyle. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. So let us dive in. Number one is when you have a preterm baby. When you have a preterm baby, you might need to start pumping right away because the baby might be in need of breast milk. If the baby is NICU, you might need to do hand expressing with your hands breast milk out of your breast, or you might need to start to pump. Another point where you need to start pumping right away after delivery is when you want to do exclusively, pump exclusively. The mothers that would want to pump exclusively, you might need to start pumping right away after delivery. Another point would be those who are feeling pain while breastfeeding. If you're feeling pain while breastfeeding, you might need to start pumping right away because your baby will be in need of breast milk, but you can't, you're feeling pain, but then you need to start pumping right away. Then another category of people would be those who might have a short maternity leave. The working mothers who might have a short maternity leave, my heart goes to you. It goes to every mother, but to you, you might need to start pumping. You might not need to start pumping right after delivery. You could do 2 weeks. If your maternity leave is 1 month or 2, you might do 2 weeks before, like after the postpartum, 2 weeks postpartum, then you can start pumping. Then another category is when you plan on introducing formula feeding to your baby at some point. You might need to also start pumping because babies can only feed on formula through bottles. So if you're able to pump to also accommodate formula and breast milk at the same time, you might need to start pumping. This, you might not do it right away. You could do 2 weeks also, or because sometimes mothers don't introduce formula at birth. Others might, but others don't. So at whatever point of time you might need to introduce formula, you might need to start pumping. So let me go to another category of mothers whereby you have had, especially the working mothers, those who have a longer maternity leave, let me say 3 months or 2 months or 4 months, depending on your work environment, and then you have had a healthy full-term baby. Now, to those mothers, you might not need to be on a rush to start pumping. Yes, I know in most cases, mothers are on pressure, they're on a rush to have a full stash of breast milk in your fridge, freezer, what. All those things are very good, but also pumping early might come with its own challenges. For example, you could have an oversupply, and at a stage whereby your baby is not able to consume enough or to take as much as you are producing. So if you have had an oversupply before, please comment in the section right below. Tell us how you went through it, how you managed. Please share with us. I also had one. I'll make a video in the future on how I dealt with it. So if you've had an oversupply, please tell us how you went through it. So let me go back to you mothers who are going back to work, but you have a healthy baby. Ensure that your baby is already gaining weight. Ensure that they're latching very well. They know how to feed. Even you've settled in on how to feed, on what to do, when to start feed. Like, you've monitored the times of feeding, how they feed. You are used to that process. Then you could introduce pumping. You could introduce using a breast pump. You understand? Because this could be 4 weeks to 6 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks to 6 weeks postpartum. I wouldn't encourage you to use a breast pump as early. Maybe if you fall under the category of the people I mentioned earlier on. But if your case is different, you could do 4 to 6 weeks after delivery. No rush. And by the way, to just encourage you, if you don't want to pump, don't pump at all. Yes, I know most mothers could be on that tension and stress on pumping. Others don't have enough breast milk supply. Others are wondering what to do, when to do pumping. If you don't want to pump, it is okay. I, for one, I will tell you that my mother never pumped for us breast milk, but here we are. And she fed us, I think, at most 2 years. And I'm not the only child. And she didn't pump, but we breastfed. So if you don't want to pump, it is okay. But if you want to pump, go ahead and pump. You could follow through the tips I've shared with you, but also I would want to urge you that as you begin the pumping process, you ensure that if you're the one taking care of your baby or a caregiver or your partner, ensure that whatever you feed your baby with is good and safe for them. Ensure that you clean very well the utensils, use the bottles, everything, sterilize them, ensure that everything that is used in the pumping process and in the feeding process is clean. You need a healthy baby. We need you healthy. But all through it, ensure that you have a very good routine for pumping. That is why I told you, you wait a little, a few weeks after delivery, such that you master how your baby feeds, you master how much production of milk you have, and then you introduce pumping. You get so such that it fits in your routine. Then lastly, ensure that you always pump after feeding. Others might want to pump early, like the category I talked about, people who are going to do exclusively pumping. It is still okay. So whatever you want to do as a mother, it is very okay. Above all, follow your instincts. I know we can advise you, we can tell you this and that, follow your instincts, and also consult from your lactation consultant. Ensure that they tell you what you need to know on when to start pumping. Then pray to God. Pray over your child. Even if you're not feeding them, breastfeeding them directly, if you're pumping, I know most mothers get that moment when they're feeding their babies directly and they speak over them. But even if you're using the bottle, the breast milk, you pumped and you're using the bottle to feed your child, pray over them, speak over them, speak words of affirmation, speak great words upon their lives. You get? Because your children are gifts from God, and you would want to see them grow into healthy human beings and responsible human beings in this world. Otherwise, thank you for coming all the way with me. I hope this video has been helpful. Kindly, if you find it helpful, subscribe, like, also click the notification bell down below such that you are always notified all the new videos I have for you. Otherwise, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for watching and following, and always being there to watch my content. I love you and the Lord bless you. Ciao.